Okay.
Welcome to Where There's a Wills.
There's a play.
I'm Ian, your mid-complexity casual gamer.
I'm Stacey, your non-gamer gamer.
And we're here tonight with an initial impressions on Christmas Eve of Link City from Blue Orange Games, brought to us by Emilian Alquier. Plays 1 to 6 players in 30 minutes. This is kind of an unexpected initial impressions. We were playing some games tonight, and I ordered this up mainly for our New Year's Eve kind of fun game night. I'd seen it before online and thought it'd be a really fun one for us. And we decided to get it out tonight, so we thought we'd bring you our initial impressions of it. In Link City, it's a cooperative tile laying game in which your goal is to build a thriving city together over the course of 6 rounds. Each round, a different player will take the role of the mayor. Your mission is to expand your city. However, will you always agree with the mayor? So let's get down to the table and see how this plays. Starting first with the components and artwork.
So the components and the artwork, I usually start those out, so I'm not going to stray from that. So um, first I'm going to start with the components. First you've got the rule book, which the rules in this are pretty simple to understand. It gives you very clear explanations of what everything is for. It's very well laid out.
I like how it gives you like check marks. Yep, this is allowed.
Yep.
X's, this is not allowed.
Yeah.
So
very easy to understand. And then on the back, it gives you a full explanation on how to score the game, which is very easy as well. The artwork, there's not a. It's very
it's pretty.
simple.
It's minimal. It's minimal.
It's extremely minimal artwork. First you've got your cones. That we'll explain later with those. For our friends who are color deficient, as I call them, they're got rings on them so you can tell what color. And then there's a plain white one, so it's easy to decipher which cones go with which cone. So that I do like about this as well.
And you can see the white one in here. Grab one of the white tiles
and
there.
Here's
this one's just tile. White. The yellow one has 1 white stripe. The orange one has 2 orange or 2 white stripes, and the blue one has 3 white stripes on it. So
those are nice. And then each of the tiles is double-sided so that you can have even multiple ways of playing it. But as you can see, there's not a whole lot of artwork.
It's like streets and half trees. You're trying to, we'll talk about that in a minute. You're trying to basically connect these trees. But you can see, you got your city hall, you got your streets that are going through town. It tells you what the building is. I like that it's readable both ways, but one side has the nice big one. And then a little bit more on these special tiles, which we'll talk about. They just have a little picture on them for what they are.
And then you have your screen. This is your city hall where your mayor works behind it. Just a little flat, folds up, goes in the box nicely, very compact. The box is very simple. It's a smaller box. Easy to set up and easy to take down. And
talk about the tiles. Tiles are a good thickness tile.
Oh,
you know, really good thickness tile.
Good quality tiles, not easily to bend.
No, they're good thickness, so that's always nice.
Yeah.
Nice,
good quality pieces.
Yeah.
Even the cones are nice plastic.
Yeah, they're nice plastic. So, all right,
that's the components. The art we talked about. The artwork
very minimal. Simple, very simple, basic game. It's a party game, so you kind of expect that from this kind of game. It's not going to be a lot because the people who are playing these aren't going to be like into the art as much, you know. So most party games have pretty minimal. Moving on to the setup and gameplay. So we are set up here for the start of the game. At the start of the game, you put the city hall in the middle and you randomly draw 4 locations. I've drawn the train station, the visitor center, the community center, and the 5G cell tower. And then you put the rest of the location tiles in here to grab from. And these are the bonus tiles. So you put those off to the side. These 2 white cones you put off to the side as well. And each person gets one of each one of these tiles of the first main 3 cones, and then the other cones get within reach of all people With two people, it's just really the other player. And that's the setup. Very simple. And then the mayor gets the city hall screen here. In order to play this game, first, the deputy mayor, which would be the person to the player two in a two-player game, the person to the left of the mayor in more than two-player game, chooses the three locations in the city. Let's move this a little centered.
There you go.
In the city that you are going to expand to. So Stacey's choosing where we are expanding. Put one next to two. Okay. Then what I do as the mayor, and without Stacey looking, so if you want to turn around here, I'm going to randomly choose three of these. And we've got this, we've got this, and we've got that. So I'm going to put those behind my screen, and I am going to put where I think each one of these goes based on where she put
over here. So
I'll just do this.
See. There we go.
I'll just do this. I'm going to hide this. Little hard when we've got a top-down camera playing this. This is not one we will probably be able to play live. I mean, I guess we could. You could just have it offline or offside. So I'm looking at these three locations, and I'm trying to figure out, based on where Stacey said we have to expand, which one makes the most sense in each spot. So let's see. I need something next to the visitor center, something next to this train station, something next to both the community center and 5G cell tower. Okay. We're going to go with, hopefully, this there. And then we're going to go with that there and that there. Okay, so what I've done is behind my screen, I have placed my three cones, tiles, where I think they're all going to go. Now I'm going to flip them over, and at this point we can show you. So now we're going to take the screen away, and I have put these three locations, an ice cream truck, a karaoke bar, and an excavation site where I think they should go. And now Stacey is going to, let's move these back, we can move these back, put them where she thinks they go.
I'm going to say that the ice cream truck is going to go by the visitor center because visitors need some ice cream. And the community center and the 5G cell tower needs some karaoke bar, I guess. I don't know.
These ones are tough.
Excavation site. I'm going to go excavation site with the yellow and the karaoke bar over here by the train station. No, I'm going to flip these two. Oops. I'm going to flip those two.
Okay, so at this point, I will reveal where my points were. I had the excavation site by the visitor center. Figured that was a good spot for a visitor center next to an excavation site. We bombed this one. We've never missed off. The karaoke bar I put here next to the community center and the 5G cell tower. I figured they need good, cell for their computers and stuff. And then the community center made sense. And then the ice cream truck. Oh, we did get the ice cream. So we got the ice cream truck. So this is good. So here's what we do. The one that is correct, we put where it was.
We expanded that
We expanded it. The two that were wrong, we still get to put in the city, but we have to put them at a diagonal wherever we want. So if you miss, I want to read it from the directions here. If the construction tiles do not match, the mayor places them wherever they want in the city, but it must connect diagonal to at least one location, which makes future locations harder to do because you're going to be doing at least two things, if not three. So we're going to go with the excavation site down here. Kind of going off of the reasoning I did before. And then the karaoke bar over here as well. And that is the round. Then we would switch. Stacey would be the mayor. I would put these three things out where we're going to expand to. She would grab three tiles. She'd put her colors, flip them over, and then I would guess where she puts them. If you are perfect, I just realized I'm a little bit too tall for that right there. If you perfectly match, that's where these come into play. So the first time you perfectly match, you get to place one of these bonus tiles. So let's say the airport by the train station. Oops. So you notice these bonus tiles only have three sides that have a half tree. What you're trying to do is you're trying to connect these. and make as many half trees as possible or full trees as possible. That's basically how you score points. And then the first time you match, you also gain the white
Oh,
cone, and you each get the white cone tile. Now you're grabbing four of these, which you can match. Every time after this, if you match perfectly, you get to add another one of these bonus tiles. Get you some extra tiles to put in here.
and these are all double-sided.
Yeah,
as
these
well.
are double-sided as well. They've got stuff like a dangerous volcano and a harbor and a nuclear plant or a surfer's beach. So it's kind of funny. Some of them are really like, okay. And some of you are like, okay, a nuclear plant. All right. So you can only connect on sides, but because these bonus tiles only have three sides that have half a tree, and this side has this nice big space here, you can't connect anything here. So if we put this here, we can't put a tile here. We can only put a tile here. So it's very, you have to be very careful where you place these because you want to be able to place stuff all around it because trees are how you get points. That's the gameplay. So we'll quickly move on to the scoring.
You do 6 rounds in the gameplay.
Yes, 6 rounds. So it's really good with 2 of us. That's why I think it says 1 to 6 players because then each player gets to be a mayor. You could really do more than 6 because if you're playing with more than 2 people, the people are communicating. There's still a deputy mayor who puts these out, but everybody's communicating as to where you think they would go. You could play this with more than 6 people. You just would have people who weren't the mayor, and maybe some people don't want to be the mayor. You know, or you could team up to be the mayor one round. So it says 1 to 6. That gives everybody a chance to be the mayor for 6 rounds. You know, 1 round each person's mayor. But you could play this with more than 6 people. It was very enjoyable with 2 people. So with the scoring, like I said, you're trying to connect these trees. The scoring is very simple. You count up how many full trees you connected in your city after 6 rounds. That's your score. That's it. Nice and simple. And then there's a little scoring guide on the back. Like if you have negative 30 points, which I'm not sure how you get negative points, it says welcome to Funky Town. If you have positive 30, good job, welcome to Groovy City. 40, you're well connected, welcome to Wow Town. 50 points, you're absolutely amazing, welcome to Link City. 60 points, congratulations, but you cheated. It says that. It says you cheated if you got 60 points. I can't even fathom 60 points.
No.
But yeah, so we actually did pretty good. We hit 30 points. We hit over 30 both games. We got kind of lucky late. We got some that we connected a lot late.
Yeah.
But yeah, the scoring in this, very, very easy. And moving on to final thoughts. I just got done talking, so why don't you talk first? On your final thoughts.
I really enjoyed this game. There's not a lot to it. It's kind of like Trash Talk. If you have played Trash Talk with the secret screen and
Yeah.
you put your little
Yeah.
things
It's a lot like
it,
that.
you try and match it. So it has some similarities to Trash Talk. Um, I like that it's the simple art for this game. It doesn't need a bunch of art to make it fun.
No.
So I did like that. The one thing I did not like, but I can live with it. My ADD doesn't allow me to not have these tiles perfectly straight. And they kept sliding, and that drives me nuts.
That is the one thing both of us with tile games is like if one thing moves, you're just always kind of fidgeting to get them in. You know, if one thing bumps and you're trying to get them straight. But I think that's pretty much any tile laying game where you're putting something. That's both of us. We're both fidgeting to get them.
But that's the only thing I disliked about this. I love that it's easy to set up. I love that it's easy to take down. This is what I would call, even for us anyway, is a weeknight game.
Oh god, yes.
It's a weeknight game. You know, you had a kind of a tough day at work. You come home and you just need to blow off a little steam and just let it go.
You just need a little bit of fun. Just need a little bit of fun.
Yeah, easy game to get to the table and play.
Like Stacey said, it didn't need elaborate artwork. I think if it did have like big pictures on everything, I think it would actually take away from the game because it'd be a lot harder to tell what everything was.
Yeah.
You know, tiles just need to be simple tiles. These nice little cones are really nice.
Sorry. I'm gonna
Yeah.
My mom's
the
calling.
she just texted, so that was
Oh.
a call right after. Okay. Yeah, so it's a really fun game. Like I said, I saw this being played on the Dice Tower live, I believe it was, earlier this year. Went, that game looks really fun. And I knew it was gonna be right up our alley, so I got a gift card, an Amazon gift card from one of my co-teachers, and I was like, you know what? Let's get ourselves a fun game. I was not expecting it for another couple days, so when it arrived yesterday, I was like, wow, that got here much quicker than expected. So we figured we'd break it out tonight. It's a fun game, like you said, trash talk, like, which gives me an idea for a future Wednesday with the Wills
Oh.
is we could call it Secret Screens, and we could do this in trash
Ooh.
talk. we're
Oh.
not we're not very good at trash talk, but
No.
but we could do the. It would be we'd have to. It'd be a little hard because you can't. I don't know. We'd have to see if we could do it. It'd be interesting, but with the secret screen, it's a little hard with
It might
a
be.
down camera with
Yeah.
someone see because we'd have the camera in front of us seeing
We
it. But
just wouldn't be looking at the
we'd have to
camera.
not look at the
Everyone
camera.
else would be able to see what we were
Yeah,
doing, but we
we'd have to
wouldn't.
not look, which would be hard.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so another fun one. This one's a hit for us. It's another quick light game for us to play.
I think it's a good family game as well.
Oh,
I think,
this would be a really fun family game. Like
yeah.
just with more than just back with two of us, like more people debating. Like when we played Trash Talk, when you and your mom and your sister were debating what I would put things.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a lot of fun. No, I think they'd put it next to that. And then you're kind of like as you're doing it, you're giving your reasons why you think they're putting in that, and you're kind of listening to that, and you're going, okay, so that's where they're thinking. They're thinking like this area, like this is what we did. Like when I said, well, I think you're gonna put it there because we kind of got an entertainment area going. We kind of got a food area going. So then when you start playing the future rounds, you go, okay, they're thinking that's in food area. They're thinking that's an entertainment area. They're thinking that's this sort of area. That's what. Then you start putting, if you can, you start putting these things where they go. Now, you get the haunted mansion and you're in like the food area or the gated community area or the you might
That
get a
could be
little
the
sick. Or
entertainment area.
the castle was an interesting one. Like castle,
Where the hell?
yeah. Where does the
Every
castle?
town has a
Oh,
castle.
the opposite side of the castle is a tech service center.
I
So
bought that one earlier.
yeah, so it's
Good
quite
fun,
interesting.
clean game.
Yep.
Good family game.
All right, going back big here. I guess we should have went big
Really
before the.
short.
Guess we should have went big for the.
Why do I look so short?
Because that's tilted. Weird.
Hmm.
Because you're shorter than me. I don't know. I don't know why you look so short. Because it was tilted up. It was tilted at an angle. So yeah, and we're standing, not sitting. So yeah. Anyway, Link City, a great cooperative, fun tile laying family game. We recommend it, highly recommend it. It was a lot of fun for us. We really enjoyed it. We will get lots of play this in, I think, even before the end of the year. And good thing we played it. Now it's going to have to go on our 2024 games ranking list because it could definitely move on there because it's a fun one.
I have to add it.
I have to add it to the rankings, which will be coming up in about a month. We'll get our 2024 games rankings to you guys.
Are we doing a Wednesday with the
Oh
Wills
yes,
next week?
next Wednesday, and we'll have a couple videos before then. But next Wednesday is Wednesday with the Willses, and the theme is push your luck. We figured it is January 1st, and people like to push their luck with the resolutions they make. So we are going to play some push your luck games on January 1st. We'll remind you again. We'll have a five and dime this Friday, and I will have a top 10 next Tuesday. Running down my board game arena stats for the year. So, if you have any other suggestions for games like Link City that you think we might like, drop them in the comments and we'll check them out. If you like this video and want to see more, please hit that subscribe button up above. And if you want to see the rest of our initial impressions, you can follow that link. Once again, this has been Where There's a Wills.
There's a play.
I'm Ian.
I'm Stacy.
We'll see you next time.
At the table.
And Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.